They just didn't have like, telephone service for like a day. Everybody like lost their minds. Like whole businesses
Yep.
couldn't even like do business. Like they couldn't. Okay, why is this not going?
Mhm.
They,
We are
okay,
live.
okay. Yeah, there we go.
Oh dear.
Not only are we
YouTube's going
live,
sick.
but this is session
Double live.
42, which
Oh,
that's
Oh,
very
is the
important.
answer.
Yeah, it's the answer.
It
It's the meaning of
is.
life here. So I don't know what that, you know, I
Maybe
don't
we'll
really
just
know what that means for you all. I mean, Douglas Adams is dead, right? I mean, we can't
It
ask
means
him.
everything.
Have you got your towel?
Always.
Does everybody have a towel?
Yes.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
definitely have towels at the Overlook
Over there
Hotel
somewhere.
where Pete is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
the bar is stocked with a bottle of Old Jank Spirit.
I don't know where Tucktrin is on that mountain. But I don't know about towels there. That might
He's
not be an essential item, but he could probably use his bedroll or something.
He's a dwarf, so he's in the mountain.
True.
I use meld with stone.
There you go. There you go. All right, well, let's get back to it. Let's hear. Is there any music playing right now?
No.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Can everybody hear that?
There it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so last we got together, it was an interesting session. The group of the five of you all, JB Tulux, Roland, Ravensblood, Tucktrin, Boulderguard, Gray Ash, and Tarkus Morningstar, War Priest of Arrhenius, had defeated a group of trolls and headed back upstairs or up one level to rest and recuperate. Having done so, you went back down the stairs and you began to examine this large chamber where you had fought these trolls. They had put together this big pile. There was this large pile of stone. There was a lot of furniture here and about. It was a huge, huge hall. And you were starting to investigate that, and just kind of deal with various things that had happened. And you were once again beset upon by enemies from the Temple of Elemental Evil. This time, a group of many bugbears sent at you in wave after wave after wave, but also their leader, who seemed to be a priest of some sort. You assume a priest devoted to the evil water elemental god, whose symbol is the always very evil square. So he had a square on his robes. And all he took you all to the brink, and you were able to finally defeat him and his bugbear servants, you might say. However, near the end of the battle, a couple of them got away, and the insane Roland Ravensblood chased them across the Great Hall, down passages to the northeast. Eventually, after moving about the passages, turning this way and that for a bit, he came to a dead end in a door, on which he relieved himself. While Gray Ash pointed a wand of paralyzation directly at him, should he take it a step further and try to kick in the door. But Roland seemed to have a change of heart, and eventually everybody was convinced to come back and rest. And that's what you did. You went once again up to the level above, back to your place that you've sort of barricaded and fortified in an area that you've cleared out of the evil influence of the Temple of Elemental Evil, and you were able to rest and recuperate. But as you were doing so, you were certainly haunted by thoughts of what you might have left behind, because there are numerous rooms now that you've killed powerful and dangerous enemies within that you have not been able to explore. And during the last couple of days where you've been kind of constantly besieged by enemies, one of the enemies that you managed to actually capture and looked to gain information from, in fact, he did give you some information. A man named Feldrin, one whom you had turned gold, managed to escape at one point during the battles. So you lost track of him and he escaped your grasp. And that is where we leave off. It is, well, you're not even sure what time of day it is, what day of the week it even is. You've been traipsing around in the underground caverns of the Temple of Elemental Evil. The time seems almost strange as the injuries mounts up and you're forced to rest more and more frequently. What day is it? What time is it? Who knows? But you are all feeling rested and refreshed and ready for another day's journey. What would you like to do?
Journey deeper again, as we do.
I feel like we've missed loads of
Yeah. Do a search.
Maybe. Didn't you have some way, Greyhawk, with one of your spells of making magic appear to you? Maybe we should go back over the rooms
Yes, I still have.
and look upon
I'm
them.
able to do that.
And we can guard your ass. So we could just do. Could we do that at a game? Could we go back up to like a floor, the top floor, get him with a spell? Can he walk around? Does he last for so many rounds or something? And we can scoot you about quickly between rooms and scan him. But you might need to load up with like 4 or 5 worth of them or something. And just do that. If we need to, if one of the issues is consolidation, which is what Roland suggests. Consolidate. Yes. The lords that take too much and run too deep. Orcs come in behind them. Trap them in the canyons and kill them.
Says the man who literally rushed forward after everybody was like nearly dead and just started plunging into the deeper catacomb.
To be fair, that
I'm just going to
bullshit.
point that out because this is like the next day, and many of your characters are very smart, and he's saying this like literally.
Yeah. It's like Wisdom 7 and 8, 9, so he's going, and he's casting neutral, so they give a shit. Like he goes, it's one thing, it's a
He probably means it right then. He
Yeah.
legitimately probably means it at that moment. At that moment,
He doesn't think about when he's done things wrong.
So here's the deal. Luke messaged here in the chat, and we didn't really talk about this, but maybe we didn't actually do this in game, but I kind of assume that the night before you all had spent, you had healed. So why don't we just go ahead?
4 HP, 3 or 4 spells that I could have spent on healing people.
Yeah, so like unless we don't have to play that out specifically unless you guys were really low on spells, but I kind of feel like between Tuctrin and Tarkus, pretty much.
I had more than enough left.
Yeah, I kind of
there we
feel
go,
like
then.
everybody would have gotten healed up. So maybe just like Tarkus and Tuctrin just each take 500 XP for spells.
Well, by that presumption, then, can we
Fair.
presume that the mage can do the same? And we can scan a room, scan some safer areas over that we've already done.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, what are you trying to scan for exactly? Just for traps, for...
I think magic items, right?
Yeah.
Well, where are you trying to go? Because right now where you are is fully explored and you've kind of gone through all that. But if you want to go down deeper, you want to go back down deeper and just scan around and try to do kind of like quick looting?
What I'm asking is, how many of the serious rooms on the first level have we absolutely scanned? Like, where we fought
On the
big
first
battles.
Pretty much everything on the first level you've...
Right, thanks to you. To be honest, just to be honest, to save us wasting each other's time. Like, second level, is there any area we haven't scanned that we should really?
Second level, you haven't scanned anything basically. Like you fought that big ass minotaur that looked like stone, and then all those guys that like the humans and half orcs and stuff that were on their side, and then like all of their rooms and stuff. You never went in there and explored any of it. Like you
could we have the map
really quick?
Could we have the map for second
Oh
level?
yeah. Let me give you the map for the second floor. Sorry about that. Right.
And then the Wheeze can have a look. The Gash, as I call him secretly, the Gash will look. The Grey Gash, he will look. So like, then we just got to rely on Grey to have a decide how much he needs to memorise, and see if he'll let us do it out again when we rest.
6. A round is like a minute, right?
Yeah.
So it's
there's 10 rounds in one turn.
So detect magic is 12 minutes then.
That's pretty good. But don't forget, you might have to play it across a room like a scanner, like a peditac.
Yeah,
I would
10
say
foot
you could like go around an entire room in 1 minute if you want to be like absolutely sure that you kind of like check around everything and that you're really seeing everything in like a room that has like some furniture. I might like say 2 or 3 minutes, but I mean like most rooms, like a small room, you just look around, you know. But I mean, stuff could be hidden under stuff. It could be, you could see a chest, you know, or like who knows. But here we're on the second floor story map. So you came down a spiral staircase, and that's sort of the way that you found your way down here. From there was a branch that went to the kind of mostly directly south. The other one went southeast. The one directly to the south is where you saw the Minotaur sitting upon a large throne. In that room, there was a secret door, I believe, or hidden door that JB discovered while it was a secret door that JB discovered while he was searching around the room invisible. And he ended up opening the door, which set off a trap that he had.
Yeah, with a falling log.
He hadn't discovered, but the way that he described himself opening the door, the trap missed him, which drew the attention of the Minotaur, which started a battle between them and then these like bandit humanoids. You fought through several rooms into this like northern chamber within these kind of suite of rooms that they were occupying that you set aflame. But there were 2 other smaller rooms that you had gone into, and then like to the south there was like an open secret door that you saw that there was a room in, but you didn't actually ever go into that room. You never went down there. And I mean, like, I don't know how else to say this, guys, but other than that, every place you've gone down in the second level now, you have like failed to like complete the circle. Like you haven't like really like gone down any passage and seen like what is at the end of this passage. You've kind of like opened
just
up
keep
a
coming
lot
at
of
us.
area. Yeah. And I mean, that's not. I'm not saying that that's your fault, but it.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Yeah, that's the start of play. Yeah. So in that case, it's the domain of Greyhawk now. I just guard him, bored. I hit my fucking tree. Like I'll probably have an argument with JB.
So are you guys specifically just looking for magic items that might be hidden
and traps, if any can detect the presence of things that might hurt us with spell or by eye or hand. But primarily, we're after the loot. I'll say angrily.
Yes, I am after the loot.
I'll recast armor on myself. It should be fine. That was fine.
Just don't get hit this time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then I do detect magic, I guess. And we want to be searching, I guess, like this was like this area.
Okay,
cool.
So you're gonna kind of go through those rooms.
We haven't even gone in this area. We don't even like this entire room. We haven't even looked.
I mean, you can go.
And then there's like a pile of bodies here.
Yeah, no, just let the mage do it. This is what he.
All right, so but describe to me like, are you doing this like the night before, or are you gonna take your rest first and then?
No, the night
we
before.
could do it. Yeah, because I had detect magic available, like when we were heading back. So if we're if we're heading back, I can like scan this pile of bodies, I guess, and then we can like try to get this room as well.
Yeah. So you're drawing the red line.
So
I stand just in front of Grey Ash with my shield.
So you found so this is what what I'm gonna just say is like we're gonna retcon this because it just makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Because we've already escaped this, but I mean it really doesn't matter. So the as you were escaping, you decided to go through the suite of rooms, not the ones that I'm not gonna have you go into the ones any room you haven't been into yet, but let's just say those 3 rooms that you've seen and you've been in and also the Minotaur room. Okay. So, and then those bodies. So there was the guy that was on the ground. That was the priest. He had cast silence on Grey Ash and had done some. Yeah, actually, what had it? Hadn't he hit like 2 of you all with hold person? Which really was impactful. So his chainmail is +1 chainmail. His mace is +1 mace, and he has a cloak of protection +1. Those you just automatically.
Ooh.
No.
Nice.
He has a dagger that glows magical as well.
Dibs.
But it's not a plus weapon. It's got some other kind of magic in it.
I mean, I'm the only one with the dagger proficiency, I think, so I'm still taking it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can use any blade.
Yeah, I was going to say Roland has broad blades, so he can
But
pick up any
I
blade
don't
weapon.
care. I admire
Okay.
your choice of weapon, brother.
Do you
Take it.
you want the tiny blade?
No, you can fucking keep it. I was like,
No problem.
although be careful.
So is
This is from a priest of evil, though you
Yeah.
never know.
He
What's
doesn't
your point?
care.
What's your point?
That it might have a venom on it.
Well, I'll touch the handle.
You die.
All right. All right. So
Yes.
other than that though, in terms of like magical items in on the bodies, that's really it. Let me go here to this other section because the numbers here are not great.
Chainmail, cloak, dagger. What's the 4th thing?
Cloak, dagger,
Mace.
chainmail, mace.
Mace +1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cloak of protection +1 is probably the best thing out of there, actually.
Yeah, that's the best item without being such a meta fuck.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
the only way anybody can stack a 1 +1. It won't work if you've got other items of protection on you there.
Now you
don't
took
think-
Feldrin's stuff though, right? So you
Yeah.
know, so because you never cast detect magic on it, but since now you have it. Feldrin was the guy who turned gold. So he had a cloak of protection +2, and then leather armor +1. And then remember, he had the small bag of holding, which you already have. But those other items, I believe you had, but I don't think you had identified what they were magically. I mean, I know you already had them, but I don't know if you had identified them magically.
Yeah, I don't think we
We had
definitely
not
didn't know that.
identified it yet, no.
So the critical items there are the bag of holding, the cloak of protection +2, the cloak of protection +1.
Let me just update the list of items.
Those are
Yeah.
really critical items that but a cloak of protection won't work in conjunction with a ring of protection, just so you know.
Yeah.
They don't stack like that. But
Well,
it
I've got
will
a-
stack with braces.
Yeah, I've got my ring, but I've got my invisible cloak, so the cloak of protection is up for grabs. I would say.
Which
whoever
one?
needs
There's
it
2.
first. Oh, there's 2.
There's a
Yeah, there's
+2
one
and a
+1, one
+1.
+2.
So
Well,
Probably
well,
give
but-
the mage the +2 just because he needs the extra.
Definitely.
I disagree, but there you go.
Yeah, I got my ring. I got +1
Who dis-
currently for my ring, but
Also,
you
he's
can
had the
trade
bag
the
of
ring out.
holding. Yes, that's a good opportunity. You could trade the ring back within the party to somebody.
So you pick
Also-
up a +2, and we've got +1/+1 to dish
Well,
out. as we need.
Dom's about to pick up field plate, so he's about to
Yeah.
go up significantly in AC. Ain't you, Dom?
Yeah, if we make it back.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make the journey back, but I mean, we should probably make that happen at some point
Yeah.
relatively soon.
Yeah, because
so
I need
the
to buy my field plate.
so you're kind of having this discussion as you're going through the rooms here, and you get to the sort of weird zigzaggy shaped room, the room with the secret door, two secret doors basically, and you know something strange. So to the south, the secret door to the south, there is a half orc, like lying on the ground dead, like in the doorway. He's like bloated. And like, you know, he's got like a puddle of vomit like under his mouth, and he's like lying there dead. And this guy you saw, he was one of the people that brought Feldrin to you.
Weird.
Remember,
So
like he had
poisoned?
captured.
Yeah.
Has this man been poisoned? Can anyone tell? I asked
Anybody
the
has
group.
herbalism can make a check.
Yes. Let me
Alright.
double check. Make sure I do.
I roll him over with my Dr. Martin boot. Shame.
You Doc
No,
Martin,
no, I
it,
do
huh?
not.
I wear like
I
proper
mean-
Terminator Dr. Martens with like metal on them. Yeah.
Obviously, I've got healing, so I can potentially see or use medical knowledge to see what I think may have caused his death.
Can anybody speak with his corpse?
I mean, that's
Spirit.
fine. If you want to do your healing check, I'll give you like a -2 penalty.
The dwarf speak with the dead, Tucton.
No.
Where's my
Oh.
attributes?
I cannot.
Oh, it's the first time I've failed that.
Oh no.
Mhm.
You can't really tell.
It's-
At least you got out of the
Yeah.
way.
You could have a disease, could be poisoned, could be, I don't know, symbiotic alien creature take over his body. Who knows?
Well, I'll
Is that
advise
like a-
everybody to keep back just in case it's
Yeah.
Is
contagious.
there a bottle near him that he was like drinking out of or something?
You don't see a drinking bottle. Do you go closer so you can kind of see?
I'd keep back. Just
How
in
close do you
case.
get?
6 feet.
Okay. Yeah. You guys have a light source on you?
My coin.
6 feet's kind of close, isn't it?
I rolled him over with my
Yes.
Dr. Martens, so I must have gone up to it. Point blank.
I think 6 feet is
Oh,
fine.
that's
It's
right.
like,
You
it's
did
not
roll him
actually
over
that
with
far.
the Doc Martens. You did say that. So, even though although Doc Martens is a non-existent thing as well. So
Heavy
you
boots with metal on them.
yeah. So like you move the body over, and like it kind of pushes the door open further, and you can see the room beyond here. And I'll open up this
Oh.
now as well.
Everybody is dead.
We die before we wake up. We go to sleep.
Hold on
This
a
is all. If we
second.
die, this is all a nightmare.
Could you imagine if that was the end of this fucking 42 session campaign? That would be such a. I would just be so pissed if a game ever ended that way. Let's see here. 3.
You're the only person that can make it end that way.
I know.
DM.
I know. It will not. It
It's
will
all
not
in your
happen. I can
hands.
tell you that right now. All right. So you kind of like move slightly you move a bit into the room, and you can see, and let me kind of give you the description of this room actually. So there's a trust table, you know, there's a table like that has like half drink beers. Shields are kind of like lying around. You can see like all over the room. Or stools all around. There's a fireplace in the south wall of the room, which is, you can see that kind of indentation there. It's, you know, like maybe just giving off like just the most base of heat. I don't know how long it's been since you guys like killed these guys, but it hasn't been tended since then, you would say. But there's another room that's open up to in the northwestern corner of this main chamber, this larger chamber that seemed to be kind of like an area where a lot of the bandits would have hung out. And it's got a hanging lamp, which is probably still has a little bit of oil, so it's still lit. You can see a bed, a stand, a chair, a wardrobe, and a chest. There's a small rug on the floor near the bed. A cup, ewer, and box are on the stand. In the southwest corner is a black candelabrum with 4 unlit candles. Now, the chest, however, is open. And you can see basically from the chest to the door that you're opening up, like right now, are like the bodies of, let's see, but including the one you already found, 5 like bloated dead men. And they're all like kind of just examining, you can just see these are all part of the group that you saw bring
So
out
on their way out
Feldrin.
the door, these guys died. 'Cause
They're like
they were-
leading from the chest. So they're at the chest, and then there's like, do you examine the scene?
I do. I go in. and it's-
I'm going to make a wild guess that is not wild, but it's actually they've opened that chest and it wasn't theirs to fucking open, and it's dropped a poison cloud in the room and killed the fucking lot of them. So
All right, go ahead and make another healing check.
careful.
That seems pretty
5.
likely.
Yeah, well, 5 should cover it no matter how many minuses
Yeah.
you give me.
So like you sniff in the air, like, in fact, yes, you say that, and then like you give a little sniff in the air, and you can smell like, kind of like the afterburn of, that kind of a cloud. Like you just smell like a sort of a toxicity in there. It's gone. You're safe now. You can tell that, like, you're not in a danger anymore. But now that you like kind of think of it, you can definitely sense a little bit of an aroma in the air. Now,
Baby, aren't you glad it wasn't you? That could have killed us all.
Yep.
Sorry, continue.
no, that's what you see. So what would you like to do?
Yeah.
There's also another door, I should say, in the room there.
I say, those warriors, it is wrong to leave a man bloated in death. I step in and stick my sword.
I was going to
through
say,
the
you want to
guts.
pop him?
Oh,
Yeah, through, like,
the stench that.
Oh god, it's horrible. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long. It's got to have been at least. This is before your second sleep, so this would have happened like, I don't know, when did this happen? So you had a first sleep, right? You slept through the night with
Yeah,
Feldrin,
yeah.
like tied up, and then you came
So
back.
it's been roughly, well,
So yeah, so this has
20
been like
hours.
a day. Yeah. So these bodies have been here probably for like a day.
I, Rob, get my fighting dagger and like maneuver the dead men as best I can. I'll put a rag across my face. I dip it in wine, my wineskin. I dip it across my face and I drag them into the big hall where there's going to be like an 18-foot fucking ceiling,
Okay.
and I prepare to burn them. Like
All
as I
right.
drag 'em
So
out,
I don't
burn
okay,
them
this is
until
an
the
amazing
mage
moment right now for.
scans them. Like,
So no, you're like, are you like a Myrmidon or something? What is your
Yeah,
what's your kit? You're Myrmidon, right? That's the
I'm not a
mercenary
Myrmidon.
one, right?
yeah.
All right. So like a mercenary, there's something about them that like you kind of always remember, like a fellow mercenary. Like you kind of just have this, even though like even though Roland is not known to be very smart or wise in any way,
Really?
by any standard, in any country with any educational system, there's certain things that he remembers, and he always remembers a face of like a fellow mercenary. And this guy, you're laying out these bodies, and you notice that there are 5 of them. And there was a 6th one that's not here. There was one guy, he was dressed in this black leather armor, and he had a scimitar, if you remember. And he looked like a hardened old pirate. He was half orc, but he looked like an old pirate. Rugged. He had the sort of big tusks.
Well, that big honking half orc, the leader of the crew.
That's right. So you notice that as you're kind of like actually caring about the bodies and differentiating the various bandits from each other, that you're like, the leader wasn't there.
Okay, I'll tell the party. It is not. The leader's missing.
Oh no.
The fanged face one. The fanged berserker creature. Yes.
Actually, make an intelligence check.
Me.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I got an int of. Character. Hang on. Can't see it.
I mean, sometimes rolling can luck into something smart.
I've got military history, if that helps.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can do military history. The skill.
That's okay. 1d20.
Probably not any better though. It's probably an intelligence check, isn't it?
12. So I failed by 1.
Oh, okay. I'm going to give you a bonus. I was going to give you a bonus on that because of the fact of what you've been doing. You actually remember the guy's name, this pirate half orc. You've heard of him before. His name is Brunk, and he's known as like sort of a sellsword that goes up and down the river amongst the river pirates in this region. So he's apparently managed to survive.
Okay.
So the rest of you, however, do notice that the chest, which obviously killed everybody, still has stuff in it.
Bog?
I'm going to very gingerly take a look.
I'm going to say, be careful what we touch. Something else around here might be trapped.
Okay, so how do you want to approach it? You can see, like, looking inside, it looks like there's a bunch of clothing.
From the side.
But it's piled up to the top.
Field of vision.
Good question.
I'll protect you from over here.
Awesome.
God of War. Yeah, what'd you like to do? JB2 locks. Maybe JB2 scared, huh?
You said the chest is still open?
It's open, yeah, and you can see like it's piled, like you can't tell what's really, I mean, you see clothes, some nicer like clothes, on top, but it's on top, like, and it's filled to the top. So like, it just looks like there's clothes on top. But
all right.
I mean,
I'm gonna pick up one of their swords or one of their longer weapons and just start picking clothes up from the inside with the sword and tell everyone, get ready to run just in case. And just
all right, so you pick away,
at least until I can see if there's anything underneath all the clothes.
Yeah, so like you end up doing just that, and eventually you see, like, once you get rid of the clothes, which were nice, are fine clothes, nice clothes. You do see
by that knife.
You can see a sack which is like bulging with coins. You can see there's a small wooden box which JB would know has a jeweler's mark on the outside of it. So undoubtedly it's like, a piece of jewelry is within. There is a small lumpy velvet bag. And at the bottom are 2 potion vials and a bone scroll case. And actually, so the potions glow with detect magic. And I'm just going to say the one Actually, you would know, but I'm going to say you know what both of these are with the detect magic because you've encountered this particular magic so frequently. One of them is a potion of healing, and you've literally, I don't know, you've probably gotten a dozen or more at this point that you found, and the other one is a potion of invisibility.
Nice.
And you've been really using a lot of invisibility. So Grey Ash, like by being able to see the magic, is able to just identify those because they're so simple. The scroll within the bone scroll case does glow, and it glows with it glows magical, and it glows with illusion magic.
Oh,
none of the other items glow magically.
Why does it have to be illusion?
Just with coin. Yeah, I'll pick up the sack full of the lumpy sack.
All right, you see within are 6 zircons. Do you have appraisal, right?
I do.
Roll appraisal.
I think I do. I'm almost positive I do. Yes, I do. That's going to be wisdom.
Okay.
Or
I don't know.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't play D&D.
It's probably intelligence.
Appraisal is int.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I made it. Rolled a 14. Had to make a 14 or less.
Okay, so there are zircons. There's 6 of them, and they're worth 50 gold pieces each.
Nice. What else? What are you guys taking home?
And then there's the sack has 112 platinum pieces and 74 gold pieces. And opening up the jewelry box case is a silver bracelet set with a bunch of fine jade accents. Go ahead and make another appraisal roll there for JB there, Pete.
That is an 18. I failed.
Wah, wah. Pretty shinies.
Shinies. I'm taking them, though. They're shiny.
It's definitely worth. I mean, like you can't quite pinpoint it. Maybe you never. This style is maybe okay. You know what I'll say? I'll say this, because you're smart enough and you've done this. It's a rare style from a region that you're not really particularly familiar with in the Deep South, and you haven't really had a lot of experience seeing them at the various markets that you kind of experience with. So you'd have to ask around to get information about it.
Okay, so I have no idea what their value is, but I can tell that they're not plastic.
Yes, just the silver bracelet set. Yeah, with the jade.
Plastic.
Remind me coins in the coin pouch.
There was 6 gold. There were 5 platinum, and one zircon.
74 gold and a bunch of copper, if I remember correctly.
No, 112 platinum. I like
off.
You can't ask the thief how much treasure there was.
I wasn't asking the thief. I was throwing that out there so I'll get an idea what's going on. I'm trying to write everything down. I'm just a bit sloppy.
No, that's great. That's really great, actually.
And how many zircons again?
6.
6 and they're worth 50 gold.
Thank you. For some fucking stupid reason, I wrote 2. But I knew that number was wrong.
Probably because I said 2.
Oh, it found something then. I say, as I drag another man out. Oh. Anything useful?
Yeah, there's
money.
Couple scrolls, couple potions, some coin.
Oh, quite a haul, I suggest.
And this dagger, which I gotta figure out still.
We should continue the scan, and when we get back to Null, we may have dealings there. We could try and sell on this information, contact the Thieves Guild, or contact into the Gypsies or the River Pirates. I have news there of Bron that I must spread. I've also cut off the little finger of each man, like a dog tag, because there's magics, aren't there, that you can talk to use a bone. So I don't know why we do it as mercenaries, but I do that, like it's a dog tag thing.
That's so cool.
All right.
And then I burn them all on the table.
Roland is so real to me. I fucking feel like I know
You
Roland.
boo.
All right, so you get everybody positioned out in that hall, and after kind of rummaging through these rooms, are you going to continue on then further down that passage, or are you going to?
Yeah, I think we're going to keep on looking just for a little bit.
Here, you know what I'll do then? Is I'm just going to.
You did miss a lot. We were on the chase pretty much from the moment we stepped in because of the Minotaur.
I mean, we could say it was because of JB, not the Minotaur. He woke the Minotaur up.
Can you guys see all of the rooms now? Is everything opened up for you now?
Yeah, on that west side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
with me while we walk.
Apart from that one secret door that is marked, but we don't see, but is marked.
Which one?
The one. By the looks of the map, there's two secret doors right next to each other. One on the north wall and one on the east wall.
I don't know why that is. I think it was because it was showing that it was open.
Oh.
That's just one door.
Okay.
That's not
Some
two.
weird person did weird things.
Maybe it was me. I could have done that.
I blame Grey Ash.
Harkus.
It was the Wand of Wonder. It does weird things.
It does weird things.
Harkus.
Roland!
There are men dead burning. Is there not the god of war to say some prayer?
They did not die in war. They ran away like cowards.
Then you refuse them your last sanctiment. Very well. I ask only for them, not myself.
And Roland goes off to burn the bodies. Meanwhile, the rest of you move into this other larger room here, which appears to be a lounge of some sort. The plastered walls, paintings, wall hangings, 2 couches, and upholstered chairs in this room indicate that it was once a well-appointed place for important temple guests. A heavy drape hangs on the eastern portion of the south wall. A brazier and a pair of torches in sconces both light and warm the room. Actually, the torches are burned out. There's probably some coal still lit on the brazier. The 10-foot square alcove to the north contains a pair of rude cots and a small table. The latter holds a flagon and several ceramic mugs.
Okay.
Otherwise, though, the room is empty. I mean, it looks lived in.
Mm.
And then you know that the door to the south from that room leads down to the hallway from which they dragged Feldrin's limp body at that one point. This one middle room, though, is the only one which I haven't sort of described to you. This was obviously, a lieutenant's quarters. There's a nicer bed, but it seems to have been cleared out. Otherwise, it's just
expect so.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. You do eventually check out the Minotaur's room. And it's a large reception.
I've rejoined the party, Rob.
Okay. Now. Well, yeah, but I actually kind of want to come back to you because for burning those, I don't want to just make it. If you want to play it out, we can play that.
No, I'm happy for it to happen off screen, like bailed, and then I'll just return to the party, unless there's something there that's game worthy.
No, I mean, just like that. I mean, there is something kind of cool about burning a half a dozen half-orc bandits in the giant hall in the second level of the Temple of Elemental Evil. I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit of like the Sentence of Madness kind of moment.
We haven't even reached fire yet.
I know. It's really kind of cool. The whole thing. I just love it. So that's happening. Well, let's all just take a moment to imagine Roland Raven's blood, fluttering caped silhouette standing before a large fire of bodies burning in the hallway beyond. And then we'll go back to you all searching the room of where the Minotaur was, and if you recall, you found a scroll of protection from elementals. There previously, and that obviously glowed magical, but nothing else in the room is magical, and that concludes the rooms which you have actually gone through in terms of searching for magical devices. Anything else you want to do before we jump forward to the sleeping and resting period that we've already sort of played?
This donut just started a fire inside a cave with very little ventilation.
We're about to.
It's a 70-foot tall ceiling, though. I think, isn't it? Let's see here.
It's all got. Seriously, after going to that Abbey, in those cathedrals, they have fires in there and braziers. They just have venting carved into the stone.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
It's amazing,
They just
right?
they just have little vents carved in, and it just seeps out, and it doesn't bother them. The
Very
soot and stuff.
scented, smells, but it's all that incense, all the stuff that they're burning and everything is very. It hangs in the air a bit, but yeah, it's pretty
I'm a
amazing.
city
Yeah.
dweller. I don't know this stuff.
I've always wanted a brazier, but they're hard to move about. The fucking things are heavy.
It's too funny. Let's see here. I'm trying to find out how tall the ceilings are here.
Around 70 feet is about right, if I remember correctly from previous sessions.
I think you said
Sounds
17
right.
at the peak.
No, not
Maybe.
17, but I'm talking about the great hall that you guys were just in, the hall
yeah.
of triumphal
think
evil.
Like the 17, I think that was just sort of the peak of the hallways we were going through.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
The
yeah,
passageways
common
and whatnot.
alleyways.
I mean, I'm going to
Okay.
call this probably a good 50 feet or higher. I mean, it's
Makes sense.
most of these bigger rooms, they actually say something about it here, but somewhere in here, but doesn't. Standard corridors. Okay. Ventilation. Look at this. Many small vents and air shafts into the place to ensure proper ventilation. Rooms
See?
are thus usually warmed by braziers. Torch smoke does not linger near ceilings,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
alone at lower
Interesting.
levels or in corridor or chamber. Strange odors
got
and
lots
noises
of
are born on
mercenary
gusts of
guarding.
air.
I've been in there.
Nice.
We're murdering and we're learning.
This is definitely an old school adventure because they actually
Mhm.
give you that information.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here though. I wanted to see here.
We should get the
30-foot
fuck out of here.
passages and spaces have Roman arches about 30 feet tall. So
Gosh.
30-foot passage. That was a 40-foot passage though. So it's at least. Yeah, I mean,
People could hide up there and jump down. See that fucking gargoyle.
Roman
there, JP?
arches.
You could fucking hide behind that and punch out and fucking stab my neck. I look at him slyly.
All right.
It's just going through your mind.
Challenge accepted.
All right, so you went
I
back
need
to the
new
back
dagger.
to the place. Does anybody have you know what, Pete, go ahead and roll me a find remove traps for your
All right. Let's see. Minor move is 55%. And we're going to call silver the 10s. 34. Made it.
All right, so you're kind of fiddling around with this new dagger, and you know, because you're obsessed with the things that you own, you end up spending a lot of time with it, and you discover that it sort of has like an almost like a kind of magical way of being able to inject venom on a successful attack. Now, you can tell that it has very little venom remaining, but yeah, and you're not sure how powerful the venom is, but you can tell that this dagger, upon your intent, can inject venom on a successful strike.
Now you are the spider with your hypodermic death dagger.
Does he feel like he's seen this dagger before in the hands of someone attacking him?
Now, so, I mean, that is a little meta knowledge you're giving him, but I was going to say that
Wasn't he there?
I'm just going
Was
to
he
call
not there?
JB Spider.
Oh,
yeah,
I was
he was there.
I was
He
there.
saw
Yeah.
he saw what's his name get stabbed,
Mhm.
the priest of whatever, Palor, or what was it now? Is that right? The god of sun or something like that? I forget. That was a long time ago. Yeah, so you do sort of feel like maybe you've seen something like this before. Maybe it is this exact dagger, in fact. And maybe there was a trade that took place at some point, and dagger ended up in this hand. In fact, you're pretty sure that this is the dagger that killed the priest, your former friend who abandoned you,
Yeah.
only to be replaced
Cool.
by two new friends.
I mean, friends. It's a bit of a stretch.
I was gonna say, so this dagger represents an upgrade, but maybe not.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't have any magical
uses.
properties, but it can kill somebody on a successful hit. I mean, save.
It's
or
got
die.
one-shot potential.
Yeah, it's got one-shot potential.
Nice.
Just have to find a way to refill it.
There's got to be a way. I don't know what the rules are on it, but magical recharging and all of that stuff is really terribly explained in the second edition.
It's better the GM just house rolls and sticks with his fucking guns.
Yeah, because it's interesting though, because like how many fucking books did they put out and they did not do a very good, like they never put out a book about how to create magic items and how to do all of that stuff. It's like the English language. It's just like a penguin. It's like 20 penguins in a trench coat. And loads of them have individual rules and everything. It's quite bad. It's annoying. It's really annoying.
Yeah. So just roll.
We'll figure it out, though. I mean, like, if it's magical, I'd probably just say, like, if you get the poison and you dip it in there, the dagger will eat the poison, like suck it in or whatever.
I'm thinking my orb generates a poison attack. Could I hold the dagger but I'm not magical, but I could give it to the mage and he could wear the orb and try and power it up.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a type of poison that gets that goes on weapons. I've got 2 doses of it.
That goes
from a while.
What is our plan then?
It can go in.
We've gathered stuff. Are we gathering more stuff? Or are we going back out? What's happening?
Yeah, so here's this is what happened. So you searched these rooms, and then we're gonna say, I'm not gonna let you do any more than that. We're not gonna go beyond any more of that. You did open up a couple more rooms, but and eventually you get back, you take some rest, you get all healed up, and then we're back to where we had sort of originally planned on starting the session. So it's the following post-rest period. I don't even want to say morning because the times are all fucked up in your heads now. But you've had the chance to pray, meditate, pore over your spell books, obsess over your new dagger, have arguments with yourself in your head.
Can we have a party chat about what we're going to do with the magic items then?
Do it. Play.
So then,
I'm going to grab a drink.
Yeah, so let's presume everything's dashed out in front of us.
Like, I mean, everything that we've just picked up, or everything over the past serious amount of fucking exploration we've done that.
Yeah, and everything.
Because we...
Okay.
Let me see if I've got a record of when we dished up gold last.
Not gold. Don't worry about the cash. We're piling that in a bag and just splitting it later, aren't we? And the gems and things like that. The fucking good stuff, the magic.
So yeah, there's obviously that red skull cloak and leather, which is +2 protection.
Okay, I took some leather because nobody wanted it, but it's just as an off item in case at some point we have to go somewhere where wearing fucking big plate mail is going to be shit. So I just took some, and plus if I at some point need to go to the gypsies, it is best to go to them in their armour, not clank around in fucking scale, wherever it is.
And
so I've kind of just put that on the side. What else we got?
There's the +1 cloak.
Yeah, that's a good item.
How many potions of healing was it?
I think just the one.
One new potion of healing and one new potion of invisibility.
Yeah, one of invisibility, and then there's a magic scroll that we know is illusion sphere. So.
Oh yeah, new one. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what that spell is too. Once you get a chance, now you're back at your place, and it is a scroll of.
Right now, let's have a look. We've got a scroll of protection from all elements.
Elementals.
No.
Elementals.
Oh, well, yeah. Protection from elemental, all types.
The illusionist spell, it's an illusion spell called Misdirection.
Huh.
Right, can you write that into your spell book? Do you want it?
I can only cast it from the scroll. I can't learn illusion.
If you can't learn illusion, you probably can't cast it, can you?
I think I can cast it from a scroll. I just can't learn it.
So that's not something you'd really want, but only you can use it. That goes in your pile. Boof, over to you. We've got the bag of holding. What else have we got? We've got the dagger of venom. That's gone over to the spider.
Does the bag of holding reduce the weight of the items within it?
It's more to do with encumbrance.
It weighs as much as the bag is.
So
the bag always weighs how much.
Weight.
Yeah, but if you put too much in, it explodes or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah.
It basically weighs. Every bag has its own weight. Some weigh like a lot, some don't weigh much. But
yeah, they're very dangerous
like
actually.
They can hold.
If you misuse them. If you put a weapon or a blade thing in them, they spill open into a different universe. You put sharp things in them. And then when you open the bag, it gets sucked in.
Don't open one underwater, you would immediately die without save.
What else have we got? Anything else?
I'm looking, but I'm not seeing anything. I think that
mace plus
basically everything. I think I picked up the mace plus one.
Right.
So I'll take a thing of what I've got.
You haven't gotten anything really big lately.
No.
The cloak plus 2 and the cloak plus 1 are pretty fun.
I mean, the cloak plus 2. Can you stack a cloak with a ring?
No.
I didn't think so, but a cloak...
And you can't stack beyond 0 either.
But a cloak can stack with armor, though, right?
Yes.
That's the thing that's so good
about it.
It's for fighters
and clerics. It's for fighters and clerics and rangers.
Yeah, it really is.
Right, what we need to do is, at a game, we need
to give it to Tuctrin, dude.
We've got to get, for now, get his AC up. Tuctrin and Tarkus should have the cloaks. They really should. Get their AC down. The mage has got invisibility.
I personally was thinking of giving it to the mage, so he's got more protection, because he can't use the +1 ring that he's got in hand anyway. And then that can be dished out to one of us as well.
You need to get braces of protection on the mage. And we need to get braces of protection on JB. And then get them with a cloak or something else to cap their AC at 0. It's 0 caps. Unless you're wearing armor.
I'm not giving up my cloak. I do better when I can go invisible, I think, than having another +1.
Plus, plus you can only use 1 ring per hand, magically.
Well, I only got 1 ring then. I can certainly take another.
I don't have any rings. I've got a sword and a shield, both of which you handed me. So I've got all of Roland's hand-me-downs at the moment.
So give you then the +2 cloak. What would that bring your AC to?
It will bring my AC to 0.
That's great.
With shield. Yeah.
Let's see, if I put the cloak on, I become AC -4. Right? Which I think is a bit much when we've got all the members of the party fucking getting fucking nailed. So you should get the cloak, then you become down to 0 or whatever. That puts you perfectly, because a plus miscellaneous magic can't bring you below AC 0. So you're perfect there, and you can always pass it about later. Right.
Well, that's why I was going to give the +2 to somebody with shitty AC, and I would just pick up a +1, because if I go down to 1 AC, then I'm pretty good. Next visit to town, I intend to at least get the ball rolling on some new armor. So when that's finished, my AC just plummets anyway.
Okay, so what's the map? So Greyash, what's your AC?
10, 9 with the ring.
Don't you have armor spells?
With the armor spell, it's something else. I'm trying to find
6, I think. 6.
No dex bonus, nothing. So you really are fucked. We need to get on in.
So the armor spells. So if I got the armor spell on it, I got 5 AC with the ring.
Okay, so how about we compile all the miscellaneous magic items together that we're not going to use, right? At some point, try and get back and trade them for a bracer for the mage at a shop, at a decent magic shop somewhere, right? Fuck all them off. Keep this cloaks, because then he could wear a bracer and a cloak, or a bracer and a ring, but just keep them cloaks moving around the party, because that's just like a +2 step. It's brilliant. Like Roland, yeah, I could pass my shield +2 to whoever wants to use it, put that cloak on, and then then use a normal shield. That'd give me -3, and somebody else could pick up my shield +2.
I mean, I can't.
Does anybody else use a shield?
Puctrid sometimes, right?
I do. I have a shield +2.
Well,
Okay, I bet Tarkus.
Tarkus also has a shield.
+2.
I need to double check that. Give me a second. Yes, +2. Wait, no, wait, no, +1. +1.
So you could take
Yeah,
my +2
I get
shield.
2 bonus from having a shield. So 1 from the shield, 1 from its magic.
So you could have my +2 shield. I could have your +1 shield. I could wear a cloak, and then we could give the +2 cloak to the mage, and then he could give his +1 ring to somebody else. Like shunt it round. Am I making any sense, or am I talking gibberish?
You are making sense. I'm just trying to.
So do you want to do that then? If I see, then I'd remain. If I took the +1 cloak, I would remain at the same AC because I've replaced +1 on my shield.
Yeah,
really, with the cloak. But I would gain
What's
+1.
Tukdran's AC at the minute? -3 million.
My AC currently, without a
Not that
shield, is
great.
3, and with a shield is 1. Or no, I'm sorry. Without a shield is 4. With a shield is 1.
Okay.
So he could take a ring for +1. Oh no, they work on dwarfs. Yeah, they do, don't they?
Look,
Dwarfs
I'm
can.
going to cut in here just briefly, and you should do whatever you want here. But what I am going to say is that it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to, at some point, like, leave the temple and do some stuff. Like, get Tuctran's armor.
Mhm.
You know what I
This
mean?
is what I
Like,
wanted to do. I wanted to
you know,
leave with all the stuff we got.
if you want to make
Go-
one more delve down, but I would suggest there's gonna be opportunity. You know, like,
I'm game to head out when everybody else is. I just have
Okay,
no
well,
idea when everybody else
We're
wants
here
to
after a
leave.
long time.
That makes
How
sense.
about it's up to you. I'm happy to do this session because Rob's probably happy to do more fighting. People are happy to do more adventure, and then at the end of that next session, do a downtime when we're not using this shit. Go into the channel and go right, sell this, do that. So we use the time we've got together to adventure. So for now, let's just make a flighty decision and then go back on it later when we get into town. Give the fucking cloak to whoever. Give it to Grey Ash for now, +2. So you just get 1 step on your AC there, Grey Ash. Yeah. Give the +1 ring to the dwarf. Let him have an AC step to 0. And give the other cloak +2 or whatever to you, priest, the other priest, and then just be done with that, and then let's just fuck off. Can I nab the potion of fucking invisibility so at least I can become invisible once? The clerics, I mean not the so therefore then the mage can hide the cloak of invisibility, and then I get a chance at also hiding if we need to fucking. I'll share it, but let me carry it in case I need to use it. Plus I'm a drinker. I think just carry on. Let's just carry on.
Just accidentally pulls it out and he's drinking his fucking wine and just goes invisible. Wonders why we all leave him behind.
And he's asleep on the floor. It's just fucking, where's Roland? You'll fuck off. What say you?
So that list that you've just posted in Discord, is that a list of everything that's in storage or everything that you own?
That I know of. I don't know. There's other things as well. I don't know. Remember what we've sold or not? Because there's like a broadsword +1, a quality broadsword without a hilt +1.
So if I remember correctly, Roland picked up that leather. I picked up that mace, and I may have picked up that bastard sword because they're off the table.
I don't know who's got them. I've just put them in the list. Like they're in the party loot section for me right now.
Yeah.
So the ones with GA are the ones I know I have. So I don't know what any of the others are.
Right then, are we doing that then? The mage gets the cloak of protection +2 for now. Swap the ring of a dwarf face, and he gets an AC step, and then you get an AC step if we swap shields, and I use the other cloak. Done. Carry on.
Okay. Yeah.
Thing gets a venom.
Yeah, that helps everybody a little bit. Everybody a little bit. I mean, or
So
you're either
cloak of
even or
protection
better.
+2. So I'm down to 4 AC with armor. And the ring goes to someone else.
And now we're ready to carry on.
Yeah, ring goes to Tuctrin.
I say the healing potion should also. Who hasn't got? We've all got a Kigman's ointment. Who's used them? Who's used the Kigman's ointments?
I've used one, but I've got a bunch.
By the way, some guy told us how to say that word. Keegman's ointment.
Which one?
I think it's. The ointment has a name. Yeah, he said how you're supposed to say it. Like I guess he knew he figured out
phonetic.
No, he was cool about it. He was like, "Oh no, I used to mispronounce that for years. Somebody told me it's pronounced like this." Like he was cool about it. He wasn't being like a fucking Frank or some shit. He was actually.
I mean, he wrote it out phonetically, or is this somebody you spoke to?
No, yeah, he wrote it out phonetically on the in the last session's chat or comments in the thing. So that was cool. Sorry, I not know your name there, dude. If you're listening,
right then, I'm going to be a cunt.
Appreciate it.
I take the other potion of healing as I'm a cunt, and I go because I feel my character's going. Hang on, he's had a bag. He's had this. He's feeling jealous, and he thinks if anybody else gets struck down, I'm the only one who can't really heal myself in his mind. So there's a bit of jealousy, and he just picks it up and takes it. But I will use it on any party member. I'm just getting it done right. And then
so Chris is saying this.
Healing. Sorry.
Chris is all saying that this is all what he's thinking in his mind, but actually, I imagine Roland is saying all of these things. Like, "Oh my god, I'm getting a little jealous." Yeah, like who's got that bag, and you got. I'm going to take this, and I'll use this on any of you.
He doesn't realize he's saying it.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it would just be so.
He's looking
Roland,
at the one hand, but the potion's in the other, and he's got a fist clenched, so we all think he's going to punch us.
Love Roland. Roland's amazing.
And then I'll shrink off.
All right, you get everything worked out and you're ready to go. What are you going to do? What's your plan?
Are we heading to town or are we going to fight?
Fight. Let us fight one more time before we fall back. We have little treasure worthy of really trading, and we have loot and gold that we have upon the bag. I presume we've chucked all the gold into the bag.
There was a few close rooms when we get downstairs. One that I'm really interested in is the one behind the Minotaur's chamber.
Well, this one?
What say the priests? They're often wise.
I didn't see that door.
They can see into the future with their powers.
Yeah, there are several doors actually. Yeah, like where you just reveal
all the way up here that we've not seen all of this. So there's lots for us to do.
There's a door.
Hit a direction.
Yeah, I mean, you have like so many. You're right. Like you literally, there's so many ways to go that you haven't explored yet.
That behind the Minotaur
it is a good dungeon.
Juicy because that big boy's been sat there for ages, and they usually protect things. I mean, quote unquote metagaming. The boss usually protects something.
Easy.
Quickly decide. I'm getting bored, or I will start walking in the direction.
We got that door that's being pinged right now. I
can't see. I'm making a cup of tea.
Which one? Ping? Oh, okay, yeah. The door in the Minotaur's room, which is in the south. It's in the south, the southwestern corner, and Roland says he starts getting bored, which pushes you all in that direction because the worst thing you could possibly deal with is bored Roland. So you move across the large chamber where the Minotaur once stood. You can see his throne there, and you come to the door, which let's see here. The room here is dark. So are you actually? Do you have your light source out then? The continual light coin. All right, so it's filled up with the continual light coin. You get over there, you move through the, pushing through sort of battered furniture and broken couches and things that have been pushed along the walls. You get to that door. It's a standard wooden arch door that you've been seeing throughout these chambers, with a pull ring. I mean, a ring opening ring pull. I don't know what you call it.
So is it a push or a pull door? Start booting.
A ring pull is like a big circular piece of metal that's set into the door latch, and you twist it, and it lifts it up normally, or you pull it directly out towards you on a ring pull.
All right,
it's like a gate lock that we have over here.
Yeah. So the door would open. Oh fuck, man. I mean, I guess it would open. Let me see here how I imagine this. My home. It would open inwards. It opens in. It goes not towards you. Actually, it would, I guess, out from you into the other wherever you're going.
Is it locked? Push. Let's go.
It is not locked.
Well, in we go then.
All right. So your light pours into the room beyond, and you can see a very long hallway extending deep into the distance. You see no doors or anything like that. The passageway seems long unused, dusty. As you're moving through it.
Do we want to keep exploring this way?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the little detail I wrote down here. I wrote so many. My notes look insane. Literally, they look fucking insane. Yeah. So beyond where your light can continue, but it goes very far down the edge of the temple, where you can see your light spill towards.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Continue on.
It's the marching order.
Yeah, what is the marching order, you guys? I have
Hawks is at front at the minute.
Oh, is it two abreast?
Yeah, it is.
To be two abreast, yes.
Yeah.
Who wants Vanguard?
Don't know what that is, but
rear guard.
I'll take the rear with my bow so I can cover us on the way out / in.
Yeah, I'll be like second or third as usual.
Do you want to do the middle then, Tarkus? No, Tukjun, sorry. Do you want to do the middle?
Yeah, that works.
And I'll go double front with the Tarkus.
And if he falls behind, there's 2 elves to drag him.
So it's 2, 1, 1, 1.
Okay, gotcha. My thing is just being very dumb. Okay. Just trying to see how many feet this is. Okay, so the hallway extends down quite a long way. Like about 150 feet. It continues to extend.
Imagine that.
What the hell? That's a long boy.
An exceptionally long hallway. And then at the very, very end, what is that? 150 feet almost. Yeah, pretty much 150 feet.
Damn.
150.
At the very end on the left wall, which would be towards the east, there is a door.
We found the running track.
Very interesting.
You could spend ages running up and down.
Room service.
This room, this. Yes. When I am Lord, I will have a room where people can sprint about.
I feel like this is the gelatinous cube's bedroom.
Amazing thinking there, Spider. Yes, be careful for gelatinous cubes. We go down to the door. What do we do with the door?
I'm gonna check the door for traps and check the door for
I
locks.
stand back. I stand well back.
Very carefully check the door for traps and check the door for locks.
All right, you don't find any traps, and it doesn't appear to be locked.
All right. Do we want to go in and check it out?
No, we just wanted to check it for traps and then leave.
Shh.
All right, I'm gonna backstab you with my. All right.
Let us open the door.
Are you ready? Shall I kick the door in?
Yeah.
Or are you
Kick
gonna
the
kick-
door in.
Mm-hmm.
You
Kick
do
it.
it.
Probably head to the
It
temple.
opens inwards.
I got no AC from that trading deal, so y'all can kick the door in.
Yeah.
I
Go
kick
ahead.
the
Another
fucking
one's
door
ready.
up. It's hinges, man.
You
What's
kick
the
the
door
door
like,
open. All
It's
right,
always kicking.
roll open doors check, which is a D20, and just tell me what you roll and how much you beat it by.
If I beat it.
That's Roland actually right now.
He sees a locked
Spinning
door.
his
He's like,
leg up.
Chaos dice. 1d20. A 1?
Oh my god, dude! Amazing.
How much you beat it by?
19.
You got a 1.
door's gone.
All right, so
Shit,
you
dog.
you just rear back and kick the shit out of this door, okay? But it doesn't the door doesn't explode in kind of like you expected to. You push the door in. Like you see the hinges bust and the door pushes in as if it couldn't really open. Like maybe there's something on the other side blocking it. And in fact, that's what happens is you kick it, and then at first the door's just kind of standing there, and then it tips over as a large armoire or cabinet goes collapsing over, and the room beyond is a
Wow.
Library.
I've never had that. I'm really excited.
Hold on a second.
I was hoping to say there was someone just casually leaning against the door. That'd have been very funny.
No, not casually
You kicked the
leaning.
door so fucking hard that they died.
Basically, it's a concealed door on the other side, isn't it?
I'm
Someone
having
just pushed that
flashbacks to
armoire
the
over.
level above us. I feel like this is the priest's area.
Oh, this is
This looks.
All
where
right, you kick in the
air
door,
priests came from.
and beyond is the okay, and so you kick open the door, and it's just a jumbled room. It's 20 by 30-foot chamber with odds and ends of furniture, chairs, armchairs, a large table, some small tables, couches, cots, countless cushions and pillows, and
boss fight
lounging
music.
around the room that you just kicked in. This thing falls down, smash, and you step into the room. You're just raw, and you see half a dozen bugbears strewn in various positions around the room, just completely paralyzed in surprise.
What do you know?
As the
Fucking
door just explodes
surprise.
open because it was obviously hidden behind something, and so you have an ambush round. So what would you like to do?
Chop the
Slap
leader's
him
head
against
off
throat.
in one move, stride into the room as fast as I can, and just kill him like fucking Last Elephant level. Last Element.
Okay, and who I think Tarkus was pretty far up there too, right?
Yeah, I'm right in the front.
All right, I'm gonna just let the
So-
two of you go first. So go ahead, Roland, and Roland first, and then Tarkus, and then we'll get to the next people in line.
Any plus to hit for surprise or no armor or any shit like that? Not that I need it. I just wondered.
When they have no, let's see here.
They lose their dex, don't they? If it's
I don't think they have
surprise.
natural decks anyway. Doesn't matter. I thought you'd just give me a flat plus. 1d20. Yeah, I can't see myself missing. 1d20. 16. Yeah. Smack. 1d. I'm waiting for the gym to acknowledge. I got a 16.
All right, I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Scratch all that. Scratch everything I
Rock
just
on
said.
again.
I just totally fucked this whole thing up.
Oh,
Now
dear.
there would have been bugbears there, except that you
Killed them
already fucking
already.
killed them all.
Yeah.
So you've already killed the bugbears that I just described.
Nice.
My mistake. It was still a badass moment. You kick open this hidden door behind the thing, but there's just nothing in there. There's just like you just kick open the door and there's just a jumble of like furniture and crap everywhere. My bad. I had even had crossed it off, but just badly, and I'm like, wait a second, why is there an X over that?
That stuffed bear frightened me. I
'cause
thought
they're
that stuffed
dead.
bear was a bugbear. I'm sorry, nobody will be able to take that. I've gashed it up bad. As I push over a gashed stuffed bear or something, I don't know. To support the
I was
GM.
ready to start murdering.
Yeah, so excuse me.
Bless you.
So there are old wall hangings of gray, ivory, and white cover the north and south walls.
Mhm.
The east and west walls are plastered and painted with murals showing the evil of elemental air. The evil air. The 4 torch
Evil
brackets
air.
are empty. A small barrel is near the east door, and a large cask by the west.
A barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Over we go.
Oh, big.
You do, in fact, see that there is a large barrel of beer. The smaller barrel has beer. The larger contains water.
Mhm.
Dip. Drink.
You also see that there is another door in the room, in the northeastern corner of the room. But actually,
Let's
the
go and
room, like,
investigate that one.
in spite of the fact that it's like got horrible, horrifying images of elemental air, is it's actually a fairly cozy room. You know, like it has like a lot of stuff in it, really good for blocking up. Well, it was really good for blocking up doors until somebody like literally kicked one of the doors off the hinges. But
Yeah.
all right, what'd you
A
like
bit
to
of
do?
Okay, for a bit of role play, I peruse the elemental evil pictures. Where maybe I find one of them, like a minotaur or something, throwing somebody off a cliff into the wind, and I'll
Mhm.
like draw a moustache on him,
Nice.
and
Okay.
like I deface
So you
them, and
defile
put,
the
like,
temple, basically.
I start like
Mhm.
sort of graffitiing the.
I'll do a mild search of the room while I wait for someone to open the next door.
Until they need me to kick a door in.
Yeah. Like I was just like the next door is gonna be kicked in eventually, so I'll just like look around until that happens.
Okay. All right. Well,
wait for
you
Roland
search
to
the
kick the
room.
door in.
Everybody's kind of waiting around, and eventually nothing happens. I mean, perhaps Roland is getting some sort of perverse pleasure at the horrifyingly terrible images of elemental air.
I think they're pretty.
Vile and disturbing images of
Marcus
elemental
can't even
air.
look at them.
Hence,
He
my
They're
just
just
burn
they're
them
so
all.
horrifying.
Are there any carpets or rugs I could stay
How
on?
do you have
Yeah, there is,
horrifying images of air? Is it like patchouli vape or something?
Throwing people into like off mountains and high places, and boiling people in steam. That kind of thing.
All right.
Crushing people with water. Death by boats.
There isn't a rug. There's a lot of There's lots of cushions and pillows, though.
I'll steal a pillow that's good enough for me to fit in my bag and I could use later,
Mhm.
but not
Okay.
huge. Not like a kippy pillow, but just
Mhm.
like a pillow.
Just a little nice little pillow.
I do love the fact that we still have the
I'll
boss music playing
check
for
the
this.
next door.
Going
Should we
over
kick
to
the
the
next
next door.
door? Should we kick the next door in? Kick it in then.
Should we kick it in together?
Roll a d.
If we can
You-
kill
You
another
just use the
armoire.
handle, you know.
All right,
Go-
both of you roll
go
a
ahead.
d20 as you hold
Go
hands
ahead,
and kick it
I
together.
deliberately don't kick it.
They got to do a Rockheads kick as they kick it down.
I get to kick it, but I don't. I'll let him kick it.
Go ahead, do it. Roll a d20. Can
That
Tarkus
was
do
a
it?
4.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so you bust in the door. It kicks in. Yeah, you kick in the door. So here, let's do this.
What is on the other side?
You see a hallway goes down about 40 feet and then turns to the left, which is to the north. Along the passageway, however, just inside, just past the door that you just kicked in, is another door. In fact, this door is open So I'm going to reveal this area to you.
I was about to say it's JB's turn to kick a door in. Watch the little guy bounce off it.
Fucking Gary Gygax playing Tetris again, isn't he?
JB has left the room.
Where'd JB go?
JB is suspicious of this long hallway, so I'm checking the long hallway for secret passages or secret doors or secret entrances.
Oh, so JB's just missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he?
Is
so
Vanguard?
so
That's what it's supposed to do.
So the room to the south is yet another chamber that seems to have been at one point utilized by the bugbears. Its plastered, painted chamber was probably a guest room for the temple, but it now holds a cot, 2 sofas, some cushions, a small table, and a battered cabinet. The carpeting on the floor is a gray hue, indicating connection to the air temple.
Did you say carpet?
I did. The carpeting on the floor is of gray hue.
Oh, I got. Yeah, it's not a rug. It's just like on the floor.
No, it's a carpet.
Secured.
Yeah,
I got you.
Some great
Thank
carpet
you.
service. Pete, roll me a detect noise, and I'm going to give you minus 15% penalty.
Detect noise is 55, so I gotta roll 40 or better. Alright. Again, silver is first. And I rolled 41. Damn. Just missed.
Close. Well, you don't hear the thing that was really important.
So the boss music ends. Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
this
I tried.
room, again, there's this used to be some sort of guest room.
Cabinet.
And yeah, you can see here beyond there's another door as well.
Oh.
So you go to the cabinet, and that door's open as well. I'll describe it if somebody moves into that room. So you go over to the cabinet, and there's some old clothes, 5 wax candles, a quart of honey, and a hand axe in the cabinet.
Nice.
I'll take that, honey.
Okay. And
It's
actually, you know
great,
what?
Charles.
This door is open as well. I should have revealed it. This door to the south. And it's just 2
Quality of
piles.
that hand axe.
The quality, low quality hand axe, well used. The small room to the south is got nothing but 2 piles of old tapestries and rags, and 4 spears standing in the far corner, but it's
Okay.
otherwise empty.
I'll check out the next room along.
I cut the tapestries down, see if there's anything behind them.
Okay, so you step into the next room, and the entire room is gray. Carpeting, plaster, wall hangings, furnishings, and Spartan. Lamps of grayish metal on a small table and a wall shelf dimly light the room. A pair of upholstered chairs are by the table. On the table are some pewter dishes and a plain crock half filled with mead. The shelves hold some foodstuffs, a few scrolls and books, and several human and demi-human skulls. A narrow bed is in the northeast corner with a small stand beside it.
This is where the priest lived.
Okay, and you can see that, you can tell just by looking, you just happen to see this when you move into the area, that there is a passageway behind one of the tapestries. Now, about that same time, JB has kind of left the group, and you're in that hallway, and you step out, and you know, you hear Tarkus say something to the effect of, and just when you're missing it, or whatever, something to that effect. And you just kind of like, chuckle a little bit, and you turn as you notice, like, basically right next to you is another secret door. And if I can get to it.
Tetris, man.
Secret door right to the south.
Good
Seems
call.
weird to me that this would go all the way down and then turn. So I thought there might be something in that big black space above or at the end. All right, so we see a door there. I'm not going in alone, but I just needed to leave for a second while Roland was having a fit over a bunch of pretty pictures. So I'm
Hey,
gonna head.
Roland be Roland.
Roland
That moustache I
that's
drew
true.
on that
Roll-
monitor was absolutely stunning.
All right, I will go back and I'll let them know about the door because I'm not going to split the party that much.
And I'm going to let you know about this passage.
All right.
But yes, JB. Oh, well, where did you go? Take a look around this room. It looks like it might have been where the air priest may have slept.
How is it lit, Rob? The room.
So this particular room has a couple of grayish metal lamps on a small table and on a wall shelf that are burning pretty low, but they're like, low burning oil
Thick
lamps.
candles.
So
Yeah.
they're, or we'll say thick candles. Yeah. So they're like still burning, even though likely the occupant is the one who you killed yesterday.
Yeah, it happens. All right. So you're asking me to search the room?
I mean,
There's a desk.
yeah. There's a table over here, and there's a side table on the bed. I'll have a peruse.
There's
on
a
your bed.
shelf. There's shelves with foodstuffs,
Yep.
a few scrolls and books, and several human and demi-human skulls.
Cool.
It seems like it's JB's place anyway.
I'll take
Yeah, I'm gonna sit at
some
that desk
cheese.
like I own it and sort of, gently feel around and see if there's any sort of locks or traps on the desk that I need to be aware of.
No, but the desk doesn't actually have any drawers.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a plain desk, like a school desk.
Yeah. And you kind of just like are looking around, and the scrolls and books are like no value at all. They're not magical or anything like that.
Common prayers and shit.
Yeah, it's just like nothing. It's just all garbage. Basically nothing there is of any value. The skulls, I mean, they're real human and demi-human skulls. So
there's nothing of value in here that we can see.
Nope. But
Onwards
there
and
is that
forwards.
concealed passageway.
Yeah, that passageway is my next intent. Shall we go?
Let's do it. I fully believe in checking out.
Is everybody? I assume everybody else is keeping up. They're just being quiet.
Yeah, I want to explore the rest of this top half of our map before we check out that secret door and see where it goes.
What's Tuctron doing in Grash?
Yeah.
I'm just keeping watch while you guys are searching. Make sure we don't get ambushed again.
So we've got 3 ways we can go now. Follow this little passage to conclude maybe this section. Then that back bit by the twirly icon. And then the secret door that Spider's found. Spider 2 locks. So should we go up through the passageway then?
Might as well.
Let's check it out.
Which way? The concealed passageway behind the thing?
So is it?
Okay, yeah.
The one behind the tapestry, yeah.
I'll just hack that tapestry down.
Okay.
Cares
Just
not
hack it
for
down.
the tapestry.
I'm actually
It's a
going to
pretty
just reveal
tapestry.
this to you. Because you're going to eventually do this.
Roland is
Pretty
not
enough to
invited to
burn.
any house party. Every dog kicked in, curtains cut down. It's like, what the hell happened here? Oh, interesting.
Shattered armoires and shit. Oh, hello.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Level 3.
Spooky.
Very spooky.
I mean, we haven't even kicked the ass
We
of the
should.
boss. We just killed a priest.
Definitely on our return, secure this
We got a
area
Minotaur and a priest and like 500.
and use this
All
to
right,
go
so
down as a base of operations for level 3.
yeah, so your light shimmers down the long hallway, and you know you're as many of you exclaimed in real life, you're sort of amazed by what you see beyond, or intrigued by what you see beyond. You kind of take some steps down the hallway, and you can see about halfway down the long hallway, which goes at a diagonal northeast, there is a fountain, a little clean water fountain there, which you can see on the left side of the wall. On the right side of the wall, lining the wall all along here, are weapons and armor, to the point that you're having to kind of like step over and through and around them.
Wow.
Like it seems to be mostly sides towards bugbears armor, but then there's like battle axes, there's forks, there's maces, morning stars, there's a bunch of spears, 5 full quivers, a bastard sword. You even see a chest as well, but all this sort of armor. Tucktrin immediately, you know, kind of look at it, and it's not of no special quality. I mean, it's fine weapons, but this is like grunt stuff. Weapons and
Best
armor.
blades rather than folded.
Yeah,
cold
that's all
iron.
that stuff. Yeah, it's just for the
Relying
grunt
on the
soldiers.
monster's innate strength to use them without negatives. It's true.
You also see, like, as you kind of get further down the hallway, okay, I want everybody to roll a hear noise check now as you're kind of moving down the hallway.
Is that rolled off of perception?
Now everybody
For those of
roll
us that don't have it?
everybody roll percentile for hear
Okay.
noise. And like for those who are not thieves, you're gonna have to roll pretty low, I should say. But go ahead, Pete, roll again too.
3.
23.
I heard that.
76.
83.
I rolled an odd 7.
Oh my god, that's amazing. What did you get, David?
23.
He's
Tensor
elven
lets
as well.
Roll me a percentage, perception as well. Then you're on the edge. Yeah, you're on the edge of it. I'll...
That's a 1.
Oh god. Okay. Yes. So Tucktrin, Gray Ash, and of course JB Two Locks. Like you're all moving, and then you just kind of you instinctually put your arms up, like to get everybody to stop and hush. You know, because you hear something. And it's not just something, you hear a lot of activity coming from, because this door is open. You can see that there's a secret door, or there was a secret door meant to look exactly like the wall in the eastern wall up from the diagonal passageway. This doorway is open right now, and you can hear loud voices from beyond, a booming, deep, loud voice yelling at somebody, something, some group perhaps, about their failures. And this booming voice is offset by this squealing, screechy voice that keeps urging the booming voice to just kill them all because they're useless. And you hear this like loud booming sound, this booming voice.
It's a
I
fucking
remember-
grime of worm tongue.
I remember mention of an ogre, I believe it was, down here somewhere.
Hold on.
Maybe it's an ogre.
Maybe it's the ogre pissed off because we've killed everything, and somebody felt the need to go and run up to his front door, piss on it, and then come back.
He
All right,
also
so
started a fire in his home. Don't forget that part.
so you're kind of like thinking about this, but some of you, let's see here. We'll say I'm going to let for Dom here. So some of you are talking, but Tuctrin continues to listen intently, and you hear the deep booming voice says, "Could you not even kill a few petty adventurers?" And then you hear like this sort of screechy, high-pitched voice. "Yes, yes! Now we kill you! Now we kill you!" And then you hear this other voice, like sort of like quieter, say, "This is not good for our situation here. More than their survival." And it's just like he kind of moves off, or the other voice that you're hearing sort of dies off as if he's moved away out of your hearing range. And sort of the berating stops for a moment. What would you like to do?
We should all sneak in plate armor and try and get closer to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
You said the door is open. I'm gonna go make sure I'm fully invisible. I'm gonna just give a peek and see if I can see anything.
Okay.
So which is moving silently and hiding in shadows to the best of my ability. Which I will roll right now.
No, I'm rolling that. You don't know if you're moving silently or hiding in shadows.
50% on both.
Okay. So you're moving very slowly, but you move up to the door, and here I'll kind of reveal this here. You can see, as you get up to the door, you're able to actually see further down the passageway and see that there are other doors, to the south, a set of double doors on either side. But the sound is coming up from the north. You can hear this sound, and then you're looking up there into the passage, and you see a couple of bugbears. And they're dragging the air priest's body, the one who you already looted, but he was just there. They're dragging the air priest's dead body. He's like, limp and sort of gone, discolored now and everything.
Yeah.
They're dragging that body across the room from the west towards the east. So you see him kind of like drag it across the body. Drag it across the room. And then hold on one second here. Let me get this information very specifically right, which is 226. You hear this like lower voice say, he says, "You do not understand. If they have killed Kelno, then they might kill any of the high priests here. Sure, he was the weakest, but you never know. And if any of these other priests die, then you know what will happen." And then you hear, "What will happen?" "Yes, what will happen?" He says, "Then Supreme Commander Hedrak will take notice. And then he will come up here. And then he'll start ordering us around. And this cushy job that we've set ourselves up with will go away forever. And we'll have to really work." And you hear, "Yes, let's kill the bugbears." And then you hear a slapping sound.
All right.
And you hear, "Ah!"
That thing needs to get slapped.
You hear, shut up, your weaker half." We must do something about this.
Oh.
Summon Canon Belsornig and Prefect Elren. I will go speak with the Prefect. Send some of your best, that of who remain, to get the Canon, the Water Priest. We must discuss this with them.
Hmm.
Would you like to do anything? Conversation seems.
I'm going to slowly back up towards the group and relay what I just heard.
Week and a half.
Sounds like they're consolidating then with the other priests. Let's kill them now.
If we know where they are, we can either go and kill them or we can set an ambush and wait for the water priest. If they're called the water priest up to do a meeting.
Rob, could I see them or could I just hear them?
You could just hear them.
Okay.
You saw the two bugbears drag the puffy, bloated body across your vision, like across the opening of the passageway into that big main hallway that you were having all those fights in before. But then they moved in your frame of your vision and then moved beyond the other side, so you couldn't hear him and so you couldn't see him anymore, but then you could hear this sort of conversation happening.
I was just going to, if I could see them, I was going to tell them how many there were, but I'm just going to be able to tell them how many voices I heard.
So what are we thinking?
We could probably get the drop on them.
Should we stop them from alerting the prefects?
That's a good idea.
I mean, we could kick the door in, or we could set an ambush and await somebody else showing up, slaughter them on the way in, and then that's less enemies to deal with. There's two options that I see. Somebody probably sees others.
Yeah, if somebody's writing the names down, good. We need these names.
Yeah, I put all the names in the Zoom chat, but I encourage you to write them down yourselves.
Yeah.
Because that one
Zoom chat disappears. Let's go think about like
I say, eating some of the cheese that I found in the other room. They're obviously round the corner, aren't they?
You're gonna eat some cheese you found in the Temple of Elemental Evil?
Stilton, best stuff.
Evil cheese.
Yeah, it's got
cheese
green
is super evil, dude. Duh. Quite so good.
On to that cheese.
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
I put it in that chat because that chat actually stays there.
Was that okay? Zoom or something?
Roll 20.
Roll 20.
Let's well, we could just steam around the corner and hit them hard. I like start hoisting one of my javelins for lightning off and look around see what the players think.
Yeah, I mean we've
let's fuck them up.
This before.
I mean, I'm happy to go and fuck them up right now if that's what people want to do.
Let's fuck them up.
I have an idea. Maybe I could go where that twirly pattern is, appear from there, and then they'd charge at me, and then you could come up that other corridor, like a flank. So, like, put the mage or something at the top, casting spells at the top of the. Because I'm thinking they're going up left to right on that hallway, and that this hallway is probably a major conduit to the first level, the second level, and the third level. It's looking like an area where some of the different temples might be at odds with each other and could meet to resolve their sacrifices.
Well, yeah, I'll come with you then, and go and draw attention over there. The rest of them, if they want to, can wrap around the back once you've got the attention, because we can shoulder to shoulder and just block draw them just into that corridor a little bit and just hold them there, sort of thing. Everyone else can get in behind. Be nice to know what the numbers are, to be honest.
Well,
As JB's like, you talking to me?
Put my hood up.
It'd be nice to know their numbers. It would be, wouldn't it?
nah.
I guess I'll go sneak up and see if Supreme Commander Hatrack is there yet.
We find out the
Just a
numbers
moment.
when.
Before you do, let us move into position more. Come, Greyash. Come with us back to that sigil plot and prepare your spells. And your wand. I'll start to move back. To move with Greyash to the entrance to the room, the first one on the far left. The west side, the one with a little pretty icon there.
Prepare your spells. In 4 minutes, we go to war.
He doesn't want to put
Alright,
Greyash at
so-
the side, so once we've drawn attention, he can just freely fireball a lot of them. Because, I mean, me and you can walk off fireball. I've got plenty of shit the bed! Sorry, thinking like a strategist.
Yeah,
I can protect the both of us from fire, and if he's got fireball, he can literally eat fireball on top of us. As
I've
we've got
never had
everybody that's
Not a
fireball.
bad idea.
Oh, it's just the lightning that accidentally turns into fireball, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a shame. Never mind.
Just sometimes the lightning decides to be fire.
Right then. I've nearly finished my shoes. So. You step out.
All right, so
Give him some lightning.
JB, you
Well,
slip
come on.
out. You slip out to go check out the numbers. You're going back out the same way you just went, right?
Yeah.
All right, you slip out and like you hide, like you move up against the wall, feeling that you're very invisible. When
You get
two
stabbed.
two bugbears go walking by.
Oh no.
They walk down the hallway, basically towards your direction, and you just freeze. And they're both armored. They have weapons. They seem like well equipped. One of them definitely seems like more of a veteran. You see he's like, covered in scars. He's like a bit bigger, tougher. His armor is a bit nicer. He's got a bastard sword that's a bit serrated on one edge. He and then looks like maybe his lieutenant or something go walking right by you. They don't even see you. They just walk right by you.
Are they walking in the direction of my boys?
No, they're walking down the passage that you are in. So they didn't go near your guys. They're going down this way, right? And so they go to these double doors down here at the bottom, down here to the southern end of the passageway, the 20-foot wide passageway. They go to the double doors on the right-hand side, and which is the western wall. Push them open and start moving down that direction. And then they are beyond your vision.
Okay. Were they just sort of like idly chatting, or
They weren't chatting. They were just they weren't talking or anything. They were just making a direct path in a somewhat militaristic way. I mean, I wouldn't call them military, but you see that kind of bearing that like Roland has,
Yeah, okay.
Men of war.
Yeah. All right.
They were absolutely the guys that were going to call other guys. So go time is now or not at all.
Yeah. So they're gone already. I can't.
I mean, okay, they're walking by you. We'll just say, do you want to do something?
Can I simultaneous backstab? Are they close enough?
No, you cannot. You can only backstab one guy at a time. I love the
I
thought.
like your style, though. But there are limits, brother. But I do love your style.
I mean, I might give it to you if you were like really high level and it was two really low level guys, but it's not really like
Fair
that.
enough.
That's really funny and amazing, though.
All right. So I'm gonna let them pass when they go through those doors. Gonna turn my head real quick and see if I can count the number of things to the north of us, and then I'm going to immediately go back and let my guys know.
Are you going to move up to the top of the passage so you can look into the room then?
I'm gonna move up, yeah.
All right, so you move up there.
Carefully.
Okay, yeah, I mean like ninja style up there. So yeah, so you see a fuckload of stuff when you look into the room. There's the room is lit, but that's because there are literally fires. Some of the tables have been just broken and chopped up and made into little bonfires, and they're throwing bodies onto these bonfires, these the dead bugbears and other things. Although a couple of the choicest bodies have been set aside presumably for this massive, horrifying creature that you see. Meaty, chunky humanoid. Just fat and big, like a giant, as big as a giant. And you fought giants before. Only much more horrifying, because while he gives a very commanding, strong-jawed, and somewhat intellectual look with one of his heads, his second head is shrunken, deformed, and gives an evil sneer. And the heads seem to be talking to each other. There are also a group of nearly a dozen bugbears sort of scattered around, keeping their distance sort of from the two-headed giant. As well as 4 large ogres who are sort of near the Etten. Oh, sorry. I guess now I've revealed what it is. The two-headed giant. And seem to be beholden to it, I guess I would say. The accurate description, you can see that they're waiting on him, you know?
Yeah.
He's over kind of near where this stack of boulders are, and he's sort of just sitting there. At this point, it seems like they're waiting for something, and so one of the ogres has picked up Kelno's dead body, the priest of the air priest, and is pretending to talk like you imagine that an ogre would think like a human sounds, and flopping the body around, praising the god of air.
Awesome.
The air elemental. And it's much to the laughter of both of the heads of the two-headed giant.
I fight the urge to clap. All right. Quick head count. That's fine. I put what I saw into the chat. I'm going to head back to my people and let them know what's there and what left. And that they're just waiting. We might be able to get one shot at a surprise attack.
Come then. Hit them with the lightning bolt. And cast your
Roland does not
protections.
have any surprise in him.
This is danger. Is everybody in agreement to do this?
Cast your healing prayers upon me, priest, and I will take that foul two-headed monster home as treasure.
Okay. Well,
I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
I will
spells.
immediately drop an aid on fucking Roland. If I've got anything else, I can just stand in the corner and chant like a turd. That'll bring everybody over. So yeah, aid gives you, I think it's... Where the fuck has it gone? I had it here a minute ago. Yeah.
Can I just go right then? So, Meiji is going to stand by the twirly. He's going to cast lightning bolt or something down the alleyway. They'll start going. He'll duck back. They'll start coming for him. And then who wants to be in the middle? Bit and come out.
So Aid does a D8 hit points and a +1 to attack and saving throws.
I've just pulled it up. I was waiting for Roland to say his thing.
I'm happy with that.
Take +4 and you get the.
So we should get Tuctron. And Tuctron, the dwarf should definitely concentrate on those ogres, shouldn't you, mate? You think?
Well, I definitely have a plan.
Okay.
Anything else then, or should we rock?
Well, while we're planning, I'm casting my strength on myself, and I'm going to cast Aid on myself.
Right.
Awesome.
I want to position myself, Rob. So as soon as the mage lets off his AA or his lung attack, I can pop out and fucking charge that Etty.
And I want to coordinate with Grey Ash on the casting, because at the same time he casts whatever spell he's going to cast, I want to cast Rock Burst on that pile of rocks and boulders.
That's perfect use for that.
Getty.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
Let's have a look.
I will be right back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be
So
getting the timing up.
Yeah, she's all going to be synchronized, isn't it? Yeah.
And I just want to I guess we'll glance around the corner, see if I can see the densest line of people that could fit in this size of red rectangle, because that's 10 foot wide, 40 feet long.
Wait, I say, do not pop out. And I'm
no, not popping out.
I move my boots so the reflection of the metal they can see in the corridor.
Okay.
You know what I mean, Rob? I've got mad fucking black docos on with a plate shield thing on them. So I try and use that so he can reflect and look without peeking round. An old wolf trick. So.
I love it. That's so funny. All right, so yeah, okay, so you're kind of timing up all of these spells. Now, is everybody at that spot now, or are some of you? It's because some of you are is JB going back to where he had been, sort of just kind of tell me, where are you all? Is everybody there? Is everybody at that one spot area?
No. We do, and well, I suppose for the synchronized casting at first, for the heal, for the aids and stuff, but then ultimately, how do you do a pointer?
You just put it on the arrow thing and then hold down on it on the spot.
Okay, so obviously, so the mage is there. I'm presuming that 40 thing is where all the villains are. Yeah. So I want to wait literally there. And the concept is he's going to come out and blast them, innit? They're going to rush up. And I'm just going to run out there and just fucking run down and just hit the first one. Unless somebody tells me otherwise. I'm just thinking the mage is going to get some AE. They're going to come because they can run down a corridor in one round. And I'm going to run out and fucking flank the bastards with a charge.
Yeah, so the two-headed giant and the ogres are here, and then kind of in front of them, sort of right in here, those four of them are right around in there. The bugbears are kind of scattered around here. Like I said, they've given him kind of a wide berth because they were the ones getting berated, so they're kind of scattered around. You get a good look at them. You count 11 total of those, and 4 ogres, and then the Etten, the two-headed giant.
Where, Roland? There.
Because I can guarantee that AE and that Stoneburst is going to kill fucking lads, and then I'm just going to run in and cleave that Ettin's fucking head off.
I love it. And what about JB?
I am going to be positioned about here.
Okay.
I'm going to let the spellcasters send their nuclear powers that way, and I'm going to fire some arrows at whatever's left.
Nice.
My goal,
Okay.
or at least my primary target, would be the Ettin's big head, but I'll see what's there after they let everything go.
And Dom, let me ask you about Tuctrin. Is he gonna? So because okay, so from what I understand, I know you want to time it with the release of the lightning bolts. But do you want Tuctrin to be that far away from the action with his little short running legs?
So it has a 60-yard range. So I was thinking I would be very close, like maybe like here.
Okay.
Because
With
that.
Roland's.
Yeah, be there with Roland. That's great.
Yeah, according to the measuring thing, I mean, that's only 40 feet.
No, you have plenty. The space is not an issue. I wasn't sure if you were going to be right next to.
No, I'm not over there with Gray Ash or anything.
Okay.
Because I figured I'd cast it one time and then go in, because I know that Roland's going to rush in and I won't be able to cast it again without hitting Roland.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, as long as I can squeeze in a bless before we actually step foot forward, because I can't bless everybody once we enter combat.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
you can cast that as the lightning bolts go off and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the only thing is that I do believe it'll only either hit everybody that's in the big
It will
wide
only hit
portal,
everybody in the middle. So
yeah, so it
Grey
will
Ash
not
won't
get
get
Grey
it.
Ash.
Well, hopefully I won't need it.
Okay, so how long would you say that you spent planning, you guys, just now?
You might want to.
I will go by. I will defer to exactly whatever you say. How long it took?
5 minutes.
20 minutes.
I was going to say 3 minutes because, I mean, between Roland's war, Tarkus's strategy and war, I mean, and Tuctrin's input, it's like...
Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes, easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we need at least 3 to 5 rounds, I think is fair. 5 probably.
Yeah.
Roll a
Because
D3.
we would have to move
3 plus
talk,
1d3.
cast, move again.
Okay, so 3 to 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna say roll initiative. I know you're doing an ambush round, but please just roll initiative for me.
So who do you want to roll?
Who?
I mean, I really like it when Dom rolls initiative. It's usually really
I think
awesome.
Dom, he should roll. Yeah, as he's back.
should have known.
Okay, that's not bad.
All right.
It's going to
5.
break his bad luck. Oh,
Okay, you're gonna go first then, because this is going to be a little bit nuts here, the way this is going to work out. Okay. All right, so let's do this. You cast Bless, Tarkus, and everybody in that area, other than Grey Ash, of course, can feel the power of Arrhenius, the god of war, surge through them, giving everybody extra powers. What does it give everybody?
+1 to attack die, +1 resistance to fear. Blah blah blah. Bullshit. What a load of crap.
Can kill a Rakshasa. Yeah. And then the 2 spells go off simultaneous. David, I'm going to say you can probably get
it's like the main
2 ogres,
2
ogres and the Ettin, 2 ogres and an Ettin, and a bugbear.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
You want to try and get as much as the small stuff out the way.
+2 spell levels. 6,
I'm playing
7,
blocker.
8th level.
Oh, +2 levels, huh?
Yeah, this is 8th level lightning bolt, so 8d6 damage.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
You'd love to see it when it works.
They're going to get it up them now, they are. Going to get it right up them. Motherfuckers.
This is amazing, you guys. Think about how fucking cool this is in this moment. Like, you guys are just powerful enough that you're like, we see a two-headed giant right fucking now, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna fucking kill it, and all of its friends too. I mean, it's just such a badass moment. Like, when the heroes get to that level of competency. All right, what's going on over there? How long is it gonna take you to roll 8d6? Tell me what you got.
34.
Oh my god. All right, well, the Etten saves. And Ogre 1 saves. Ogre 2 fails.
The bugbear's dead.
Oh, the bugbear is dead.
Let him do his math. Let him calculate.
Hold on, I gotta respond to my wife really quick.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so one of the bugbears just explodes as the lightning bolt just rips through him. It hits him first. Then the power of the lightning bolt, undiminished in any way, hits an ogre, and it too is just ripped apart. Its bones, flesh, muscle, organs all just splattered as the giant lightning bolt hits it. A second ogre, however, manages to, you said 34 damage?
Like that?
You said 34, right? So he dodges out of the way of it, and it just sears the side of him. And then the Etten 2 kind of steps to the side and just plunges into his ribs, but he is sort of able to get somewhat out of the way.
Yeah,
and then you hear this screeching, ear-piercing screech combined with this earth rumbling roar as the Etten's 2 heads scream in agony and anger. And then the rocks explode. Go ahead and do that, Dom.
So I need everybody in the 20-foot. I put the cube on the map. I don't know if you can see it.
Big cube.
To make a saving throw.
It's a big ass cube, man.
Isn't that a 40-foot cube?
That's a 40-foot cube I'm seeing.
So I clicked it till it said it's 20 foot from the center.
That's radius. 40 foot.
Yeah,
it's a 20-foot diameter.
Yes, it says 20 foot from the center of the affected area. So that's 20 foot.
Yeah, that's a 40-foot cube.
Okay.
A 40-foot sphere.
Yeah.
My only quibble with it would be that the center point would have to at least start on the rocks.
Right. Okay. So that would be, and it's a cube, not a
circle.
Not a circle. So if that's on the rocks, then that would be that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's basically identical. You're still going to hit all the ogres and the Etten. All right. So here's the Etten save, and that's going to be close. Okay.
This is like artillery frag. On the
is it a save versus what is it a save versus spell?
Spell.
Damn, he actually failed. God. And then one of the ogres is dead, but I'll roll the other 3. That's a fail. That's a fail. And that's a fail. And then I'll say it hits 4 bugbears.
Mm.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Go ahead. I failed every save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 saves. I failed every one of them.
You're going to get some more saves. You'll get some more saves, though. So any of them that are within the 10 foot of each side, that's the only save they get. So if they failed, they take 25.
Okay. That's
any
definitely
of them,
the Etten.
Right.
And I'll say one of the ogres. They take 25.
Okay. They take 25. And then any of them in the outer ring, they get a second save. If they make this save, they take half. If they fail, they take full. If they would have passed both, then they would have taken none. But they all failed, so all the other ones get another save to see if they take half or not.
Okay. Oh, that one made it. That one is a fail. That one is a fail. Well, half of, you said 25?
Yeah.
Okay, so half of 25. 1, 2. Made it. 25.
Didn't we just roll through the door and drop shock and awe?
15. Well, it's dead anyway. Okay, wow. Yeah, all right, so you see wait, and that's half. Well, hold on, let me see here. It's 3. Oh, our tornado sirens are going off right now.
Same.
The
What does that mean? The sirens are going off?
there's tornadoes in the area, spotted in the area.
Gosh.
I know.
Yeah, so everybody's being told to hunker down or find a shelter.
Yeah, basically. But I have nowhere
Or
really
play
to
We're
go.
going to play D&D.
The shit might
That
get
would be
real.
the greatest game to play, wouldn't it? In some kind of bunker. Like a bit of D&D. Anyway, sorry.
Oh yeah, at least you get out of your fucking bunker world and into some cool fantasy world. So you see 2 more of the bugbears drop as stone, just like one punctures into one's neck, the other one goes straight through its eyeball and blows out the back of his brains. One of the ogres too that had been hurt seriously by the lightning bolts, but it managed to just kind of dodge out of the way, get burned on the side. Unfortunately, dodged right into a huge chunk of the stone that burst off and just clunked him in the back of the head, knocking him out permanently. Another also was hit by several pieces of sharp shrapnel that pierced through his body. Somehow, he continues to stagger along, having survived the attack. The Etten took the brunt of it as well, standing right in front of the pile of boulders, and you can just see like literal pieces of like, stone spearheads basically that are sticking out of the 2-headed creature in many places. It's roaring in anger and pain as it just took a lightning bolt and then an exploding stone attack. All right. At that same moment, the doors to the south open up and the 2 bugbears come exactly at the 5-minute mark, come walking back out into that hallway, like behind kind of where a lot of you guys are gathered. And they're not alone. They have a man dressed in green velvet robes with a gold belt, with a commanding emerald-topped golden rod in one hand. His hair is black and slicked back, cut short. He's got like a little tight goatee, sort of think Doctor Strange sort of looking goatee, piercing angry eyes, just angry eyes. And you can just see that he moves with the evil of elemental water as he's striding towards you. As he's striding out of the room, and on either side of him are 2 similarly dressed like lesser priests walking beside, sort of behind him just a step, and in front of him are the 2 bugbears, sort of the one who looks like a leader of sorts and his lieutenant. And they come kind of like walking out, really not expecting to sort of see anybody, and they come walking out and they see Roland and Tuctrin. They don't see JB. I guess Tarkus is there as well.
Yes.
Roland, Tuctrin, and Tarkus, you all sort of see each other at the same time. And from the other end,
Other end?
coming out of this passage, there's another on the other side of the large chamber. There was another wide passageway.
Yeah.
And right now, this is probably most notably seen. I mean, realistically, you guys can decide if your character saw this, but I think for the most part, this is really only Grey Ash that can easily for sure see this being down at the other end of the hallway. But he sees another giant step out into the main room. But this giant is not two-headed. No, he's a single-headed giant. And he's just a hill giant. And you've seen hill giants before. But he seems to possess an intellect and way about him that you haven't seen with hill giants before. He's well-groomed, dark-haired, with a dark black beard. You see some intelligence in his eyes. He's got a black bear's cloak thrown over one shoulder that has this silver skull clasp holding it together. I mean, it's this huge silver skull clasp. At one side is a bulging sack you can just see filled with like huge like rocks, basically. You can just see sort of hanging from his side. And he comes sort of stomping it, he comes moving into the room, sort of stomping because he's huge, but with care and like I said, intelligence. And aside him is probably the biggest black wolf you have ever seen. It's got amber eyes. It looks fierce and hungry. Its mouth is full of dripping teeth like the size of small daggers. You know this creature to be a warg, which is sort of an oversized wolf. And this thing seems to be this giant's pet. Unfortunately, that's not all you see. Behind him comes a woman dressed in a robe of deep crimson with purple lining and gold trim. She has gold skulls on the front, back, and sleeve. She has blonde hair and a severe face. In fact, you've seen this woman before. She was someone who helped to take slaves in at one point outside of the temple. You had seen her. She had come out and was sort of in charge of that. And you had also seen her back in Nulb. Her and the fire priests had kind of come through town briefly before everything kind of went to shit. And she has a human alongside of her, a man who looks very much like a Nulb river pirate. Also a plate mail wearing half orc who is also wearing a red robe, but with just gold skulls on the front and back, carries a shield and an oversized hammer. And they kind of walk in to the room as this explosion is going off.
Ice.
So yeah, this was kind of an interesting setup that I hadn't fully anticipated. So Tuktrin, Tarkus, Roland, JB all need to roll surprise for the guys coming down from the south. So roll surprise if you're surprised by them, and I'm going to roll surprise for them to see if they're surprised by you.
Just roll a D10.
Surprise is D6, isn't it?
It's a D10. It's a D10.
I like how we both could be worried about reinforcements, but it's both different reinforcements. So I'm seeing one set of reinforcements and you're seeing the other one.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, unless you rolled a 1, 2, or 3, you're fine.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
And you don't have any dex bonus, right?
No.
All right, so you're surprised in regards to them. So what I'm going to say is that your character cannot take any action which directly involves them. But I'm going to let you take an action this round.
Okay.
But it would have to be something oriented towards the
other group.
What other things you're seeing? Yes, other things that you're seeing.
Before we keep going, I'm trying to keep track here of the original dozen or so bugbears that were in the Great Hall. How many are
3
left?
died.
So we got 9 left.
Correct.
Yes. So 3 died.
Wait.
3 died, 2 are severely injured.
Okay, I'm just keeping track.
Out of the
how many
ogres,
are alive.
Out of the 4 ogres, 2 died. 1 is really fucked up, but still staggering, and then 1 is doing all right. And then the 2-headed giant is, I mean, they got hit full on by both of the spells. I mean, this is one powerful motherfucker, but just got hit with some serious firepower.
It just needs to one more little slap and it's
we
dead.
have to extinguish. That's all.
Yes, but of course, all of these priests and such
is
are.
Getting looking proper gashed up, like near death.
Yes, he's proper gashed up. Proper gashed up. You know what, guys? You're guys gonna kill me, but I think we should stop here.
Yeah,
I think this battle's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a really amazing, epic battle. I don't want to rush it at all. We're also having tornado warnings all over town. Sounds like it's coming down pretty hard. So, I mean, are you guys available next week? I could run next week if you guys can play.
Yes.
Thursday is actually my birthday.
It's your birthday?
My birthday
Do you want
next week?
Okay. So 2 weeks then? No, 2 weeks is your book club.
I got books in 2 weeks.
I can do Wednesday though.
Yeah. I think
I can
David's
do Wednesday.
I am not available next Wednesday or the Wednesday after.
2 Thursdays, 3 Thursdays from now. Jesus Lord, you guys.
This is
Hey,
the
don't
nature
say
of the
you
beast.
guys. It's just those 2.
Jesus
I
Lord,
could do any
Pete.
Terrible. I think I will skip my birthday this year.
So.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
is
happy
it?
birthday. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know.
So I'm not sure what I know. October's a busy month for me. I've got vacation and a few other things going on. So I'll have to get back to you on what dates.
Oof. We're leaving it on a cliffhanger as the Temple of Fire, the Temple of Water, a bunch of sort of mercenary monsters, and a party of 5 who have started off the battle quite well, but might not have fully grasped what they were getting themselves into. I think it's going to be a really good one. So
we've killed 2 temples now. The other 2 have both come at the same time.
We deserve this.
Great.
We tried to intercede to
We
stop.
do deserve this.
It's
Them
gonna. We're gonna see.
conglomerate.
We're gonna see. It's not gonna be easy, but I think there's a chance. We'll see.
I
See.
blame
Something like
whoever it is that felt that we couldn't go back to town yet.
I think. Well, it's more exciting, isn't it? We can go back with more treasure now and XP. Right.
Actually, going back to town after this battle, either alive or in a body bag, is really perfect.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of
Actually,
there's multiple sort of big bad battles, and this is one of them.
I'm going to be using my orb. I heard the word belt, and then I just thought.
Oh, it's just a golden rope
Yeah.
belt. Oh my god, I knew you were going to do that. In fact, I was reading that last night, and I was like, he's going to hear the belt, and he's going to want it. That's too funny. All right, guys. Well, let's stop now. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Who's been watching? There's people who have actually been watching it and seem to be getting
there is
kick out of it.
there's messages in chat in live. Hello, guys.
Yeah,
Good
hello.
game.
Look at that.
Hello.
Oh, that's
Nice.
great. Yeah, but
Thanks for
we'll be
watching.
back hopefully in not too long, as long as Pete doesn't keep letting us all down by having a
Got shit to
birthday.
do.
I'll end with this though, and if you're local and you happen to be catching this, support the Stacks where Pete goes for his book club, his horror book club, because there was a pipe burst and it really damaged the shop and it hurt them really bad. They're just a little business, been around only for a year. So if you're local and you happen to be listening to that, or you can actually look up the Stacks bookshop in Georgia, they are asking people to buy books from them. So support the little local bookshop.
And if you're not local, you can order books online. They'll ship them to you.
Yes, as I just said, the online. I actually ordered some books online from them to help support them. But yes, let us conclude this adventure, and we will be back sometime in the near future, hopefully not too long, to conclude this epic